Hello and welcome to this demo. So in this demo we'll be looking at control flows. Let's quickly fire up PIDs and let's make a new project, integration services project, and in my demos let me make one more folder called as demo2 and call this as sample demo2. Okay, so now we are in the BIDS user interface. So here you could find a couple of tabs. So our main interest would be in control flow items. So you could see a number of tasks associated with this. Let's look at some very simple tasks to get a hang of it. Um, Let us initially look at a execute SQL task. I'll just drag and drop execute SQL task. So when I drag and drop, I could see a small icon over here. So first and foremost, what I need to do is set up the properties associated with this task. Now, uh, in what situations would you use execute SQL task? Um, you could actually plug this small component anywhere. For instance, say you are transforming some amount of data from source to destination. Uh, in the mid you would like to say clean up the database or something, you could actually plug the small task in. So let us just look at this configuration. So what I'm going to do is let me just fire up my BIDS, my management studio. I'll connect to my database engine and what I'm going to do over here is create a new table called as say status and data type say bit status. Okay, so once I'm done with this, what I'm going to do is let me just make a new query. Just check this. Okay, so I'll just truncate this table. And now you shouldn't see anything. Good. So what I'm going to do is first of all I need to set the properties. So I go right click on this and click edit. So you'd find a number of options over here. In my SQL source type, I could select direct input or a file connection or a variable. So for now I'll select direct input. So this basically allows me to put some SQL statement. So this is the statements that would be executed by this task. You could parse your query, but before that what you need to do is set this to false. This basically says that whether the task should prepare the query before executing it or not. So the first and foremost thing, yeah, I forgot to set up a connection over here. So what I'll do is create a new connection, and the server name I could give and adventure works DemoDB, sorry. test connection. Okay, so looks like everything is set up. I could parse the query and set this to true. Click on OK. So this is one of the tasks that I have defined. So this particular task when executed is going to actually fire that query. Okay, so in a short while we'll look at precedence constraints, so we would reuse this. For now, just to get an idea, let us just execute this task. I'm going to click on start debugging, and it turns green. That means the task was successful. I could select the status table, and yes, it has inserted that bit 1 into this. So far so good. Let's look at one or two other simple tasks. Say a file system task. Similarly, I'm just dragging this and dropping into my control flow. I could right click on edit. So this allows me to do a number of file related operations. So to keep the demo simple, let me do operation like say creating a directory, set up a connection, and I'll say create a folder, say demo created folder. Click on OK. For now I'll just truncate this, and I could run my package. So looks like both of them succeeded. So I could just navigate to my C drive, and I could see that demo created folder is created. There are some other options associated with this. So let me just stop debugging. So if I right click on this file system task and click on edit, there are other options that are associated with this. Like for example, I could set whether the use directory if exists. So this basically indicates whether the operation should use the existing directory or fail if the directory exists. So those are some of the things that you could actually go ahead and do some research on it. Then let's look at something called